You are here at the creation of the world.
What is art in 2025 but a thinly veiled vessel of ruthless commercial self-interest through which rich people try to make even more money?
It sounds like you're defending incest, and that's not true. I'm not defending incest. I'm defending incest between these two.
All my friends are dead and they don't like me anymore. They've moved along, they've changed, and now they find me quite a bore. Way back then it was okay to be a little weird, but all my friends are dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm internet personality Malcontent, and this is a show that you watch to find out things about things that you didn't know about before, but now you know about them because I told you about them. But and then before you're in, now 10-minute daily video.net, your place for 10-minute daily video.net. Hey, documentaries. Documentaries are hard to talk about. I've been meaning to do a segment on the show called Documentaries You'll Likeumentary. I don't really know. I couldn't think of a really good one to start with because, like, lately, you know, documentaries have been kind of bad. You know, some of my favorite documentaries of all time are like Dear Zachary, Beauty is Embarrassing, and Harmontown. I Like Killing Flies. Subjects that are maybe smaller or have an interesting thing to say or funny. I tend to be more drawn to documentaries with a point. I think lately documentaries have been going more true crime. Like I said, I can't think of too many modern documentaries that I'd even recommend. So I was getting clips for the Steven Universe movie yesterday, and I noticed that Disney Plus has a documentary about a Goofy movie. The documentary was way more interesting than I thought it was. Did you know that in the 90s, the CEO of Disney was a black guy by the name of Thomas Washington?
It was a pivotal moment for Black culture in the 90s. But it's a little known fact that another cultural milestone emerged from that fateful day.
I didn't know that. A lot of things went down for this to happen, and I don't want to spoil too much of it in the documentary, but apparently, for a very, very, very short period of time, you probably never heard of it, the company was run by this guy, Thomas, and he was attempting to make an incredibly meaningful movie for himself and his community.
Disney instituted this diversity program. We knew that we needed to bring in younger voices from a diversified point of view.
And that movie was the Goofy movie. For whatever reason, Thomas seems to have been really attached to Goofy, and obviously there's a lot to be said about where a lot of those characters come from, from minstrel era.
Come on, Goofy's
the gloves and everything, whatnot. I'm not really the historical person to mention all that, but I do know about all that as an animation fan, It's a troubling thing to have to think about when you consider that Mickey Mouse is essentially a trumped up, minstrel show that they use as a company logo. That seems weird that they would do that. But obviously, Mickey Mouse is so divorced from racism that there's no possible. But Goofy, on the other hand, that maybe there's something there, right?
Art describes Goofy. He says, think of the Goof as a composite of an everlasting optimist, a gullible good Samaritan, a half-wit, a shiftless, good-natured colored boy, and a hick.
Yeah, and for a documentary about a Goofy movie, it was a little bit more depressing than I expected it to be.
Oh man, the end of the movie. I heard he wanted Goofy and Max to get pulled over early on, and,
So yeah, I think the state of documentaries generally are pretty lazy and unfortunate. If you get a chance to watch this documentary, it's called The Goof at the Door. And if you want to find it, it's on season 4 of Atlanta.
And along the way, he made the blackest movie of all time.
Oh, and here's the one bit from the actual documentary that I liked. They shit on Katzenberg pretty hard.
And we had this big pitch to Jeff Katzenberg.
Fuck Katzenberg. What a piece of shit this fucking guy is.
He sits down, he's looking, and I get 4 panels in, and he goes, hang on a second. Is this how this whole thing's going to be?
When you look fondly back at Michael Eisner, you know that the guy in charge is a fucking monster. Holy fucking shit. I hate Katzenberg. What a garbage person that fuckwad is.
Is it all going to be gags?
He actually ruined this entire bit. The entire bit, I was playing this whole thing up like that silly fake documentary in Atlanta, which is basically, you know, an analogy for Donald Glover's entire career, right? Oh, I was doing a whole send-up bit for that. I was gonna play it totally straight, but the actual Goofy documentary had one bit in it that I thought was worth a damn, and it's when they shit on Katzenberg. And the only reason they shit on Katzenberg is the motherfucker ain't in charge anymore. Fuck you, Katzenberg, you fucking scumbag. They made you too tall in these cartoons. You're shorter than this in real life. Katzenberg, you're shorter than this. You fucking loser, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Katzenberg. Documentaries are bad now.